Fellow Nigerians, the tax bill will benefit the Southerners more than Northerners. I repeat, the tax bill will benefit Southerners more than Northerners. And in Southern Nigeria, the tax bill will benefit the Southwest more than every other region. Amongst regions in Nigeria, this tax bill passed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will benefit the Southwest, the Yorubas, more than every other region. Let's look at this. Now, there are three things in the tax bill that will turn Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo State into the richest subnational entities in Africa, not just Nigeria, in the next couple of years. Listen, Southwest is the biggest winner in this tax reform. Tax is the oil and gas of the Southwest, and we must have the lion's share justifiably to build Yoruba land. Yoruba land, note, no apologies. It is our sweat and blood. So the tax bill will be beneficial to the Yoruba nation than every other nation in Nigeria. We have the Biafra nation, we have the Ijaw nation, we have the Arewa nation. Every other nationality in Nigeria. The tax bill will benefit them. Because how? We have Lagos. Let's look at this also. Over 60% of Nigeria's industry is domiciled in the Southwest. I stand to be corrected. Over 60% of Nigeria's industry is domiciled in the Southwest. We have Ogun State. We have Lagos State. And it is also a home to foreign investors. Southwest, foreign investors, more of them than the Lagos axis, not really Abuja or Port Harcourt. Southwest has its most foreign investors. The recently passed tax bill is to create more revenue for the federal government by taxing Nigerians. The government, which is headed by Tinubu, would now invest most of that revenue in Yoruba nation. Let me repeat. The tax bill is meant to get more money for the federal government, more revenue for the federal government. That federal government is being headed by Tinubu, according to El-Rufai or northern politicians. Yoruba-led federal government. Okay, Yoruba-led federal government will collect revenue from taxes and use the taxes and invest most of the revenue they get from everybody. The Yoruba-led federal government will use the money collected from everybody and invest most of it in critical infrastructure in the Southwest. By 2050, half of Nigerians will be coming to the Southwest. And like what this man said, that tax is the oil and gas. They know tax is the oil and gas of Southwest. And they must have the lion's share. So Tinubu has seen that in the Southwest, we survive by tax. Let me create a tax system that will bring in more money to Yoruba land. The initial proposal of the tax reforms was derivation 60%. Population and equality will take 20%. Derivation, usually, I think derivation was 20%. Equality 50%. Population 30%. For instance, what Tinubu proposed, if Lagos State was having 1 billion naira, or let's say 1 million naira in VAT, so Tinubu was proposing that 60% of that money should go to Lagos State that derived that revenue, the VAT revenue. So derivation. So 600,000 will go to Lagos State. The proposal, 20,000 will go for one Nigeria, equality. Then for population, 20% will be shared for population. And Lagos has population. Let's say Lagos State will be collecting like 75% or 70% from that money. Let's say, layman calculation, not the real calculation. Now, what was in vogue, what was existing before, we had Lagos making 1 million, derivation is 20%. 20% means 20% of that money will be given to Lagos where they got that money. Equality, 50%. 50%, one Nigeria will carry 50% of Lagos money they share. population will get 30%. Approximately, what Lagos will be getting from, or had been getting from the former tax calculation, will be like 30 to 40%, compared to what Tinubu was proposing, 75 to 80%. Now, what did we settle for? Derivation 30%, equality 50%, population 20%. After the northern governors fight, reject, Tinubu one-term governor and one-term president. If he doesn't agree, we'll just, they now adjusted. So inside the 1 million now, Lagos State will be collecting 300,000. It is also an increase from the former 20%. Gradual. When you look at, in all of this, most populated region, now and in the future, would be the Southwest. So for population, everybody, Southwest will be getting a large chunk from population and also derivation. Equality, everybody will share equality. Now, next is census, constitutional review or amendment. That is next on point. You know what's about Tinubu is that he does not care, he does not mind, he just do what he wants to do. He looks at nobody's face. He does not look at Uche's face before he does what he's going to do. So the Yoruba nation, the highest beneficiary of this tax system. We have other regions. We have other nations. What have they been doing over the years? It is not by shouting. It is not by gra-gra. It's not by agidi. It's not by unzobu. What have the politicians of other regions been doing over the years? You see, whatever it is, our leaders should have understood Nigeria a long time ago. Tinubu told you that he does not believe in one Nigeria, and he is showing it by action. It's not by saying, he's showing it by action. Somebody that believes in one Nigeria is focusing on a particular region, a Yoruba nation. Somebody that believes in one Nigeria told you he does not believe in one Nigeria before, and he's a politician. And you think politician will come and tell you plainly that this is what is in my mind. Someone that believes in one Nigeria, his appointment lopsided, one, Yorubas. Fix them in every nook and corner of Nigeria, get the connection, get the expertise, let us build, use Nigeria and dump Nigeria. Is someone that believes in one Nigeria. Politicians that believe in one Nigeria, you are looting from the treasury, you are looting from Nigeria, you are stealing from Nigeria, you are encouraging corruption, you are encouraging division, you are planting hatred amongst the people. So these people, now them believe in one Nigeria, and you as a normal human being, you sit down and say one Nigeria. I know some people are saying one Nigeria because they are benefiting from one Nigeria. When Nigeria does not really benefit them, they will start shouting foul. The most important thing here is that, okay, let's look at, okay, we know that some so when you tax Nigerians, you carry the money and invest in a nation that is not united. So it's going to be lopsided investment, mostly the Southwest. The North, they saw this. We have the Blue Rail, Red Rail, Lagos Coastal Road, Dangote Refinery, dredging of more seaports, Fort Mainland Bridge, many others. And this is running into trillions and trillions of naira. So for derivation, 20% before, 10% is added. This, let me use the northern quote. This Yoruba-led federal government knows that they are at an advantage at this point in time. So whatever they can do and the politics they can play, they will play that politics to make sure that the Southwest region gets a lot. As I'm saying this, our Southeast politicians, they are looking at you, looking at me. What is this boy saying? They are looking at me. They'll come to Alibu. Most times they come. Look at Southeast representatives, senators. They were building tech hubs. Everybody is almost giving the same amount of money to build tech hubs. Look at the one that Southeast politicians are building in the Southeast. Look at the ones that the Southwest politicians are building in the Southwest. Just look at the difference. And they will be looking at you, wearing red cap, not knowing that so much foolishness, they are encapsulated, they are embodied by so much foolishness and stupidity. They are not wise, they are not smart. And it is showing live and direct. They are not wise and smart. It is showing clear. They can do gra, speak big grammar, do zobu from now till tomorrow, make mouth, but show workings now, show workings. Show workings. Look at what is happening. I've said that the Southeast need to come together. We have a Southeast Development Commission. We have Southeast Economic Summit. Attract a lot of people. Southeast governors, are we sitting to do what we need to do? No. You see, that's why I said this restructuring, we must get restructuring. So when we have that restructuring, then let's see any bagger that was in the old Nigeria, they had the opportunity to build Ali Igbo and do what he needed to do, come and speak big grammar. My brother, you will not say Igbo people the verse. The young people are angry. Like I said, this thing they talk about Biafra, forget all these people you are seeing online. Biafra has people that are just watching. They are not for their hand, they are watching all these people doing what they are doing. When it is time to count mile, we will count your mile for you. Just look at the Yoruba nation. Look at how they are pushing and pushing and pushing. They were so patient with the Fulanis. They aligned with the Fulanis and were so patient, like a patient dog. They laid an ambush and waited patiently for the right time. You see the Oga, snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. They looked at it very well and took the opportunity. They first saw Jonathan as a weakling. I don't know, maybe job people now saw them bio. Where wicked go they bully them like that. Now so them bully Jonathan. The same Fubara, now so them bully Fubara. Asawana, they saw a Jonathan as a weakling and they waited patiently for them to strike. They took their time. They aligned with terrorists, jihadists. Let's call them the name that they aligned with terrorists. And the terrorists brought out their terrorist side, threatening the government of Jonathan with Chibok schoolgirls, with kidnappings, with Boko Haram, and inviting aliens all over Africa. While the other side that were planning this, scoping this, while they were carefully using the media to change the narrative, using activism and all have you, Ojota Crusade. Jonathan was much more afraid because of, number one, the Fulani threat and also foreign interference. Like I said, the Fulani would be a tool in the hands of the imperialists to make sure that Nigeria is not stabilized. Whatever it is, it doesn't concern me. So far, they are in power. They always do the bidding of the imperialists. So they took advantage of that and gave the presidency campaign for the Fulani man. You are the Lord and personal savior. You are our Lord. Do the northern part, then the southwest will run for the other part. Buhari did 8 years, even with the favor, because throughout Buhari's tenure, you see these Tinubu boys, they kept quiet. They never spoke English, they never played their whatever. They did what they know how to do very well. They were playing left, right, center. They never attacked Buhari or criticized him directly to an extent. They waited until Tinubu snatched it, grab it, and run away with it. You see the Fulani? Despite the fact that they got that collaboration and the North did their own 8 years, they still never wanted the Tinubu to emerge. You're looking at an Osibajo or a Lawan. They still never wanted. They don't, with all the things that the Southwest, well, they are the same thing. They are the same thing. Hypocrisy and double standard. Double standard. Southwest did not really criticize Buhari, but they were criticizing Jonathan. They did not criticize double standard. Hypocrisy. You choose. you are fighting for democracy, but you are not showing democracy in practice. So now the Yoruba people have taken over that power. They forced a Buhari to change May 29 to June 12th. This one that our Igbo leaders made 30th, they are running away from it. Or Aneze, you use time for, if it were not Nnamdi Kanu and Co. and the IPOB, they were pushing vigorously for this May 30th. Or Aneze, for not even come out to recognize anything, they'll just maybe write one statement and nobody celebrates that day where millions of people died. Millions of people died. So the Yorubas now are using Nigeria for their own benefit. And we have some people that are seated, call themselves Igbo think tank. No, let me swear for now. Una Igbo think tank, no, let me swear for every of now. We are going to meet at the crossroads very soon. I'm telling you. See, shocking things will happen and there will be restructuring. We are going to meet at the crossroads. We are going to meet at the crossroads. You tell us with verifiable evidence how long you have spent in office, the opportunities you have had in government, and collectively what you people have done to move the Southeast forward. You tell us. You tell us. I know most politicians, they move with deadly cut grooves. Then you understand that the movement of the people, determined people, we don't take chances. You see, when Ojukwu did Biafra, declared Biafra, there are some lapses. Nnamdi Kanu came, he closed some of those lapses. The new generation that is coming, you understand. Normally, an average Nigerian politician, if he's into politics, he will be preparing his sons and daughters and his lineage to take over. We are watching. We are taking note. Like I told you, those people that are supporting Biafra, you never see them. You never see them. You never see them. You think that is the one you see online or Samayekwa and Co. You never see them. So the Yoruba nation has already left Nigeria a long time. I notice, have left Nigeria a long time. The Yoruba nation is being built. See, all this one they say Igbo must go. Igbo not go anywhere. Somebody said, I read this now. This is from Yoruba Nation. Let me not call the person's name. One of the executives of these Yoruba groups. He says, tax is the oil and gas of the Southwest. So if you say Igbo go, or this will go, who you can't tax? Because I know that Yoruba will not live with the majority of the Fulani or Northern Hausa, because all those ones, their economic importance is mostly religious and cultural. An average Hausa man comes to Lagos, he work. I used to buy watermelon from an Hausa person. The guy no more. I didn't see him again. Now this is rainy season. They told me that the guy traveled with money and everything, went home, started farming. And so what an average Hausa man does, economic activity, most of the things he invested in the northern part of Nigeria. Unlike the Igbo man, the Odogu man, carry all his funds, most of his funds, 80% of his funds are invested in a land that at the end of the day, you hear Ghana must go, Abi. Who are those that piloted Ghana must go? Who are those that said Ghana must go? Now Igbo must go, don't they go? Some Odogus are there sitting down, looking with their red cap and with their phone. They are looking at me talking. Maybe they're not watching me. You know what about me is that I could talk within in my mind because it vex me. It vex me. As an Igbo person, Igbo has its own supremacy. These guys are undermining the Igbo man. They think they understand politics. It's just greed and selfishness that they understand. They don't understand nothing. No humility. See, an Igbo man wants to serve his Oga. He will humble himself. For 7 years, learn the ropes. He will not do grab with his Oga until he gets settled. Even when he gets settled, he still needs to learn one or two. He uses humility to achieve what he wants to achieve. But politically, nobody wants to be humble. Have you read that book? She Stooped to Conquer. Have you read the 48 Laws of Power? Do you know how the Chinese learned from the Americans? Took some of their inventions and went and replicated it in China. China is now a world power. But some people are doing gra, we, gra. You are doing gra. Humble yourself and learn the ropes. No humility, no unity. Everybody is a chief and king of his own. And you want to compete with other tribes that are united, like the Fulani and the Yorubas. No matter what, an Igbo man is one of the best creatures on earth. But at this point in time, we are getting it wrong. The children of Israel at a point in time were taken into slavery. In Germany, they killed 6 million Jews. They killed 6 million Jews in Germany. There was a time they were going through a lot, and they had to come down and re-strategize. So it is not bad for us as Igbos to retrace our steps and forge a new path. If we come together, like the people that were building the Tower of Babel, they came together and they were achieving what God was surprised about. If we come together, there's a lot we can do. We can surpass those that have been ahead of us. But pride, arrogance, and stupidity, that is one of the traits of our leaders. They know nothing. They tell you they know everything. Show workings, they cannot show workings. Show workings now, billionaires go burial. They spray money. Odogu, you are spraying money. You don't have good amenities in your village. There's no structural development in your region. Your language is drifting away. Your history, you cannot trace. People have different ideas of history. Your heritage is being attacked. Your culture is being attacked. Your place is under siege from left, right, center. They want to remove. You think that if they succeed, you as a big man, you and your children that will go become nationality of another heritage and culture. In your lifetime, they can call you Igbo, but when you die in call, no posterity, no mind for nothing, no plan for Igbo. If there's plan, show workings. It's not that there are people that know more than what you know. There are people there are people when people are leaving Nigeria, regions are leaving Nigeria behind, using Nigeria to benefit themselves, and there are people. There are people that go chop. Which kind of thing be all this one, sir? Now there are people that go chop. Well, congratulations to the Yoruba nation. They played their game, and it is before our eyes. The only thing I can say is that the mistake that Yoruba nation will do is if Tinubu does not restructure Nigeria, the Fulani, they are coming with a bang, and they want to undo what Tinubu did. If Nigeria keeps remaining one after Tinubu's regime, my brother, it's going to be disastrous for southern Nigeria.